Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that I have not been able to talk about lately was the fact that Gina Carano actually came out and spoke against Rachel Zegler because Rachel Zegler currently is trying to do damage control. Rachel Zegler is going around and speaking without speaking, so to speak, right? So she has retweeted a bunch of different things on her Twitter account regarding Lady Gaga and her anti-men kind of videos, right? So she's basically taking a stance and trying to say certain things because she's not able to speak very freely right now due to the whole writer strike and actor strike and all of that. She's trying to say certain things on Twitter, but the funny thing is, even though she's basically trying to hint at saying, oh, we need to be kinder, like in my last video, I mentioned how she said that we need to be kinder, that people need to be kind to her, that she's just trying to speak her piece, whatever the case may be. She was not kind when everybody was going after Gina Carano. She actively jumped on the bandwagon and wanted to cancel Gina Carano. She was not kind in the slightest, and so it is heavily hypocritical for her to want to request people to be kind to her because now she's the one getting backlash. So we have an article here from Bounding Into Comics that says Gina Carano calls out Rachel Zegler's hypocrisy after Snow White actress engaged in a hate campaign against her. Now, if an actor or an actress is anything, they're going to be hypocrites at the end of the day. That's what 99% of them are. 99% of them are hypocrites, and you could basically expect that from essentially anybody in Hollywood at this point. So let's get into this article from Bounding Into Comics. But of course, guys, if you're new here, just consider hitting that subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. So it says the Mandalorian actress Gina Carano recently called out Rachel Zegler's hypocrisy for calling on the world to become kinder after the Snow White actress had previously led a hate campaign against her. Zegler has found herself under the gun for her comments about the upcoming Snow White film, specifically describing the prince as a stalker, which was stupid, by the way, and noting how the upcoming live-action adaptation is not about a love story. Now, we covered this on Saturday Night Hypnosis, episode 52, our anniversary stream. If you guys missed it, go check it out. It's still live on the channel. You know, we spoke about the fact that Rachel Zegler and the people who are creating Snow White, the live-action version, are going to completely butcher the story. We knew this was going to be a thing, right? I mean, come on, you guys should already know that if it's going to be a live action off of a cartoon that Disney made in the past, you can pretty much expect it to be butchered. It is not going to be what you remember it to be. It damn sure is not going to be anywhere close to the story that you grew up loving, and even the overall look of it is going to be completely different for the most part between the race swaps and the different identity swaps, personality swaps. Everything has changed to fit quote-unquote modern audiences, you know what I mean? Whatever the hell that means. So again, Rachel Zegler is proud at the fact that she is actively changing Snow White completely and then trying to say that they're doing it for the better because she's not going to have a love story. She's not going to be stalked, in her words, by the prince. She's going to be a strong, independent woman who's trying to find her leadership. So it says, in an apparent reaction to the tens of thousands of people criticizing her, Zegler wrote on Twitter, "I hope the world becomes kinder." Gina Carano reacted to this comment with a gif from Schitt's Creek of one of the actresses tapping her screen and the word boop popping up. It's a reference to Carano putting beep bop boop in her Twitter biography as she was being harassed by so-called transgender grifters to put pronouns in her Twitter bio. Furthermore, YouTuber Drunk3PO, shout out to Jay Drunk3PO, with the assistance of Twitter user Data Racer, recalled that Carano's reaction is more than likely a response to Zegler engaging in a hate campaign against her. As Drunk3PO notes, at the height of the so-called transgender grifters attacking Carano, Zegler tweeted out, "Do not make fun of pronouns." She added, "They are not a joke. Pronouns are validating. Pronouns are cool. Put your pronouns in your bio. I wear my pronouns on a button sometimes. It's a good thing. Bye." Now, listen, if you are somebody who wears pronouns on your on a pin or something like that on your chest, you're a psychopath at the end of the day, okay? If you have a button with your pronouns, you really need to sit back and think about your life and realize that you are probably one of the most privileged people in the United States by far. You have to be. If in your life, the most important thing is for you to showcase a pronoun button on your chest, you have no issues in your life. You are very privileged. You must be living a great life, and I hope it continues for you. I really do, because damn, I can only imagine what it must be like to have absolutely no worries in the world, that the only thing you should be caring about is whether or not people respect your pronouns and having pronouns on your chest on a button. It's just crazy to me. But again, these people don't realize, or maybe they do realize, just how privileged they actually are. So it says, making it clear she was referring to Carano, she concluded the thread, "It's a fun time to remind you all to love Pedro Pascal." She also shared a photo of a button with the word she and her on it. It's very clear that she feels a certain way about Gina Carano, and it's very clear that she's trying to throw a little jab at Gina Carano by mentioning Pedro Pascal in The Mandalorian. But again, I would argue that Gina Carano definitely is the winner out of the whole segment and situation, ultimately, at the end of the day, especially in the public eye. Gina Carano definitely is the winner in that little debacle. But of course, Rachel Zegler is going to side with Pedro Pascal. Rachel Zegler is going to try to do anything she can to try to make Gina Carano feel lesser than, which is ironic because this is the same person who's preaching love and inclusivity. So again, it's only love and inclusivity for certain people and whoever fits the bill. So it says Zegler's comments came the same day that Carano explained that the woke world was mad at her because I won't put pronouns in my bio to show my support for trans grifters. After months of harassing me in every way, I decided to put three very controversial words in my bio: beep, bop, boop. Carano concluded, I am not against trans grifters at all. They need to find less abusive representation. I agree. I agree with that 100%. They love to be very abusive. They love to be very controlling. They love to demand things from you, and I think it's ridiculous. So it says, Drunk 3PO notes that Zegler reacted to Carano's tweets, calling out her hypocrisy by blocking her. He states, and what does Rachel do? You know, I could become kinder. I can say, you know, Gina, I'm sorry I attacked you. You know, I'm sorry I had all these people say these terrible things about you. I'm sorry. No, she just blocks her. She blocks her. She blocks Gina Carano on X, on Twitter, because she's a hypocrite and she doesn't know how to become kinder. She wants people to conform to her. She wants people to be kinder around her and let her say and do whatever she wants without any repercussions. But people like this, they never learn. It's always about them, he added. And I agree 100%, man. At the end of the day, Hollywood elites are only going to care about themselves. This is why they are fighting against AI so much, because the same company, the same people who are perfectly fine with normies losing their jobs during these fake lockdowns, they're perfectly fine with that happening, and they're telling you to stay home and stay unemployed because it's for the safety of everyone else. Even if you can't feed your family, the government will save you. Big Daddy government will save you. But us, we're essential. We're going to keep on working and keep making our millions. These same people are now scared that AI is going to potentially take over their jobs because they do it better. You know, like AI does it better than most of the writers that are actively striking right now. And the sad thing is, everybody's starting to notice that, and everybody's starting to realize that AI is going to take over eventually at some point in time. And these people are trying desperately to fight against the oncoming change. But at the end of the day, they don't have the talent to even be able to remotely compete, whether in quality or just in output. They cannot compete. And it's sad. It's really sad that this is where Hollywood is at right now. But you have people like Rachel Zegler thinking they're better than everyone else, fighting everybody that she possibly can because she wants to be the most hated woman on Twitter, essentially, at the end of the day. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.